WWL TV, the spirit of Louisiana. This is Louisiana's news leader. Channel 4's Eyewitness News at noon.
A special unveiling today at the Louisiana State Museum in Jackson Square. This boat, which was used to save more than 400 people after Katrina, will be just one of hundreds of pieces in the soon-to-be-opened exhibit, Living with Hurricanes, Katrina and Beyond. Officials provided a sneak peek today for the start of the hurricane season. Ken Bello used the boat to save hundreds of people uptown in the days after the storm.
It's such an honor to be here, such an honor to have this boat. More than 400 people that were picked up in this boat, dozens of military personnel that were rescued in it as well. So, and I was just a neighbor in a boat.
One of the most important things about this exhibit was going to be kind of the stories of the people and the way that this city, this part of the state, is so resilient and so self-sufficient.
The four-room exhibit featuring items like Fats Domino's piano and Superdome seats will open its doors October 26th. And hopefully a lot of people will receive the applause and the honors that they deserve, like Ken Bello. There were so many heroes in the days after Katrina.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's interesting because that hurricane season, 2005, when we look at this year's season, that's the year that we compare it potentially to. So it's a little bit scary. And of course, today, the official start of hurricane season. We're going to be keeping a close watch on the seas, on the skies over the next few months.
From WWL TV, the spirit of Louisiana, this is Louisiana's news leader. Channel 4's Eyewitness News at 5.
Well, marking the start of hurricane season, officials with the Louisiana State Museum opened its doors for what will later be the next exhibit in Jackson Square. It's called the Living with Hurricanes, Katrina and Beyond exhibit, and will feature among hundreds of pieces this boat that was commandeered by a citizen, Ken Bello, in the days after Katrina to rescue more than 400 people in the uptown area. The exhibit will be a showcase of what people in this area overcame in the wake of Katrina and other previous storms to hit the area.
I think this is more of a celebration. It's a really nice way to remember that Katrina wasn't all failures. It wasn't a city full of helpless people. We had a lot of people here who were willing to help, willing to risk everything, life, limb, and property to do the right thing.
The four-room exhibit will officially open its doors on October 26th.
This is WDSU News at 5.
The Louisiana State Museum is preparing to mark the 5th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina with a very special exhibit. Today, the museum unveiled a boat used to evacuate patients from Memorial Hospital and hundreds of other people. It will be on display along with other artifacts and personal recollections that tell the story of how the storm changed our state.
There was a halfway house in uptown New Orleans, and there were recovering drug addicts in that house, and they decided that they weren't going to sit around and get rescued, that they were going to go out on their own missions and start rescuing people themselves.
The $7.5 million exhibit named Living with Hurricanes, Katrina and Beyond is scheduled to open on October 26 at the Presbyterian in Jackson Square.
The 2010 hurricane season is here. While New Orleans still recovers from Katrina, a whole new hurricane worry lies in the Gulf, the massive BP oil spill. With a prediction of an active season, Louisiana's coastline prepares. ABC 26 News at 6:30 starts now.
A new museum exhibit highlighting the thousands of stories emerging from Gulf Coast hurricanes like Katrina is getting ready to open in the French Quarter. ABC 26 News reporter Vanessa Bolano gives us a sneak peek.
Wondering what's behind these blue tarps at the Presbyterian? Just one of the many artifacts engraved in history after Hurricane Katrina. A boat commandeered by Ken Bello.
We were the first guys to get to Baptist Hospital, and we started pulling people out of their houses in the surrounding neighborhoods.
Bello rescued over 400 people in this boat. The exhibit, Living with Hurricanes, Katrina and Beyond, will feature thousands of pictures and hundreds of 3D artifacts.
This hatchet is among the artifacts that will be on display here. It was purchased by a woman and her daughter just a day before the storm, but they actually had to use it once their house was flooding. They used it to break through the roof and wait for someone to come rescue them.
Then there are these blue jeans. They belonged to a business owner in the French Quarter.
He basically turned his blue jeans into a pair of dog tags.
He wrote his name, blood type, social security number, his wife's name, the hotel she had evacuated to, the hotel's number, and even her room number.
These very simple pair of blue jeans, I think, are one of the most poignant artifacts that we've collected.
The exhibit opens in October. In the meantime, if you have an artifact they may want, call 504-568-6968. In the French Quarter, Vanessa Bolano, ABC 26 News.